This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
All right.
25th of October, 2020. This is the 217 Recovery Podcast. You know that because that's what Tyrone just told you in the open. My name is Corey Winfield. I am the host. And my co-host tonight, she's on and off, whenever she wants. Marnie, listen, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Finally.
Better?
Well, kinda. Like, I keep getting up every morning, and a couple weeks ago in my psychology class, like the stuff we were studying was like sickness and how people can think themselves into being sick. And if I was really good at the class, I could tell you exactly what those words are, but I don't know them.
Okay.
Something about function. I don't know. Whatever. I got the gist of it. Plus, I'm still sick, so I can't even try to think back 2 weeks ago. And I started thinking, like, this is in my head. Like, I got to beat this. I can beat this. I'll just get up and I'm going to act like I'm not sick and act like I'm feeling just fine. And it doesn't really work that way.
Yeah.
I gave it a good go a couple days, and then it just came back with the fire, and then it was just like, ugh. But today, I kind of got up with the same thing. It was like, I want to make breakfast. And I kind of did that, and I started feeling like crap. I thought, you know what, push through it, take a shower. And I did, and then after the shower, it was like I had this huge headache, and it lasted most of the day. I've taken every medicine under the sun, I think. And a couple hours ago, it started to go away, and now I'm doing okay, but the nose is like starting to run again, and it's burning in my nasal passages.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I'm doing all right.
Yeah. I mean, you take medication for like stuffy nose, and then you end up taking medication for runny nose.
And then constipation and
I don't know.
Or maybe not that.
I don't know. But yeah, you've covered them all.
That was weird because it was green.
Okay, gross.
I know. It's weird.
But you know what? You should have probably gone to the doctor.
I know.
And maybe still should.
See,
because in your studies, in your Google research, you've figured out that sinus infections can last up for a month.
I was like 4 months they can last up to, which is unheard of.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
Well, so then maybe you should go to the doctor.
WebMD that. I know. And normally, like last year, some of the similar things happened, and I immediately went to the doctor. And I don't know maybe because COVID, and I'm like, ugh. I don't even want to call there, and they're going to tell me they don't have anything, and then blah, 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 blah. My doctor only works like Tuesdays and Thursdays or something weird, and I don't know. I just thought, well, I'm pretty sure it's sinus infection. I don't have a fever. It's not COVID.
Right.
You know, this is like something that's real, like a real, like, infection that grabs a hold of you, and it's really grabbed a hold of me, so... Yeah, you know, there you go. And I tell people all the time, take care of yourself, and like the stuff that you need to do. Go to the doctor, go to the dentist, and why I didn't, I don't know. Maybe I thought I was going to be busier than I was, and then
right.
Turns out I'm glad I was.
Well, I'm doing good so far.
Well, yeah.
So
because it doesn't work that way.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're doing good.
Well, you'll get to the other side of this. Just take care of yourself and get to the doctor.
Well, I don't know when that'll happen. Tuesday, I guess.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. I might as well, though.
Right.
Because the antibiotics are a huge part of getting over the sinus infection. So, yeah, if you suffer from sinus infection, go to the doctor early. You can avoid this. That's my public service announcement for today.
There you go.
Thanks. I took one for the team.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to prove to everybody that, it happens to all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, I stumbled across our app in the App Store. And I thought, I was supposed to get an email saying, your app's been published. Because we went with Appy Pie, which I don't know. I wouldn't recommend them really to go if you're going to get an app for whatever you're doing. But whatever. And they said I would get an email. I never got an email. But so I'm like, all right, cool. We're in the App Store and we're in the Google Play Store. Been there for a minute. So I reached out to Justin, who listens in Boyne City. And I was like, hey, man, we got the app now for the Apple stuff. And he's like, yeah, I know. I've had it for a while. I was like, what? He was like, I told you that it was a cool app. And I was like, oh, I guess you did, but I just thought you meant like the Wix app. Because there's like the Wix app, there's the real app, there's, I don't know, there's so much stuff that's so confusing sometimes, but not really. So yeah, he said, yeah, it's been out for a couple weeks probably.
Yep, so you can get that. Just go to the App Store and just search 217 Recovery and it will pop up. And then
it's a free app.
Yeah, it's free. Takes like a minute.
Mm-hmm. And the advantages to the app, if you listen to the podcast through Apple Podcasts, let's just say, you can continue to do that. But if you want to get the blogs and you want notifications when the new podcast is up and ready, then get the app, and then it'll tell you, hey, new podcast ready, and then listen to it however you want. But one thing I found out, if you listen through, at least if you do through the podcast player on the app, if your phone like bloop, goes off, so does the podcast. And I'm sure there's a way to change that, but if you go to the actual podcast and it'll like shoot you to actually the web page, it'll kind of redirect you, but that, I believe, will play the whole thing through if your phone, like, goes off. I don't know. But the blogs, though, they'll be updated. And when they are, we'll shoot you a notification. And go, hey, read Marnie's new blog. Read her quarterly blog. How's the quarterly blog coming along?
It's fine. Quarter? It's fine. And I realized that it was a month ago that I posted one over.
Yeah, coming up on 2 months ago.
No,
actually.
It's not.
September 6th, was it?
10th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I'm way overdue.
I mean, you'll get this quarter's in, and then you can worry about 2021.
Ouch. But.
I'm just saying. No, hopefully you guys will, when I say you guys, I mean you and Jay. And Aaron's been in. It's been a few minutes for Aaron, I think. But, I don't know. I think for all of us just to be more up to date with our blogs and, just not worry about being perfect with them, but just more about getting out what's on our mind. And keep in mind that it's for us. Yeah, other people read it. But I think the more we keep it into, this is for me. This is like my journal. This is what's going on today. I think that it'll help us.
Maybe I need to put myself in that mentality.
Like, hey, here's what I'm thinking today. Here's what I'm struggling with. Here's what I'm not struggling with. Here's what I'm having a great time with. My beautiful boyfriend, Corey, is awesome. And he's a little baby when he's sick, and I want to punch him in the face. Whatever. You want to...
Oh, I can write about that.
Yeah. And that way I'll have evidence. I'm like, look, officer, she was plotting this like months in advance. Well, that was from 2 quarters ago, but yeah. No, but, hopefully it'll help us stay on top of things. And, just knowing that people will just with a click of their button right on their phone can go right to our site and read our stuff. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it's, like I said, for people who need that kind of stuff. And there's resources there, too. And I'll keep adding to it as time goes along, but a little busy right now.
The thing is, too, it's not going to blow up like some of the apps you get where it's like 20 notifications a day.
Yeah, no.
Nothing like that. So don't worry about that.
No. But, yeah. Get it. Check it out.
Yay.
We could review the movie Insidious.
I liked it. Thumbs up.
Yeah, you stayed awake through the whole thing.
I know, I did. Spooky movie, because it's that time of year, to watch spooky hauntings and possessing of souls.
And there's so many cheesy ones out there. And sometimes it's nice to just sit back and do the mindless entertainment of a cheesy movie. Mm-hmm. But sometimes it's like, man, I really want a good, scary movie. Like Skeleton Key is a good one. It's, kind of older too, but Insidious is a few years older than, well, not than Skeleton Key, but it's, I don't know, 10 years old, probably longer than that. 2000.
I think sometimes people have ideas in their head and like what they believe and what they don't believe, and so because of that, they think a movie is stupid or pointless to watch. I mean, for pure entertainment, there's for a lot of the reasons why, there's some movies that just like it could be about anything, but these I really liked Insidious because it's like edge of your seat, you know what I mean, and you don't necessarily have to really absorb and believe in everything that it talks about, or, obviously it takes everything to the highest level possible. I mean, I believe in spirits and things like that, but, it's a movie. Mm-hmm. So pop some popcorn, grab your honey and watch Insidious.
And the way it ends.
Yeah.
It's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's not I think it is.
Right. And the thing is, too, it's one of those where you watch the end of it and you're like, there's going to be another one. And, of course, yes, there is.
Mm-hmm. And that one you fell asleep.
That one I did. But it was late. It was late at night.
But I was proud of you for trying to be a trooper and going hard in the paint.
Yeah.
And you were like, yeah, let's go. Let's get number 2. So you have to finish that. So Insidious, though. Thursday, we're going to rate our top 5 scariest movies.
Okay.
All right. But today, we'll go through Insidious and, on a scale of 1 to 10.
Oh. 7?
Now, is that on just overall, it's a 7, a good movie,
just
or a scary movie?
No, just entertaining and,
overall
it wasn't cheesy. It's hard because there's scary movies that are cheesy. You know what I mean?
Child's Play.
Right.
Time Bandits.
Scream.
The Notebook.
We just were talking scary, but okay.
That's one of my that's a scary movie. You think about it, it really is.
You had Charlie Brown, The Great Pumpkin, up, and I was like, yay, this is so fun. He's like, oh, God, no, I couldn't do it.
It's like, no, it was really bad.
But I appreciate your effort.
Yeah, I tried. I was trying to get in the spirit. So, okay, Insidious, go watch it. If you haven't seen it yet, which you probably have, but if you haven't, check it out.
So Halloween is right around the corner.
No trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
In most places. I mean, I don't know where you're listening to this or where you live, but what happens if you do?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think anything's stopping you from... I guess you could put, like, candy out, in, like, a bowl on your porch, I suppose.
And then we'll just come by and get it. That's a good idea, because I was thinking, that's even better than my idea.
What was your idea?
Well, like, the stores have, like, buy one, get one free.
Uh-huh. I thought it was after Halloween.
I know, yeah.
Uh-huh.
But instead of doing that to get stocked up on candy, we can just go stock up on candy and drive around, see if somebody's got a big bucket out there or something. Like, nope. We can go up and act like we're the police. Or no, because I think that's a crime. We'll say we're the candy inspectors from the governor's office. Mm-hmm. And as long as we're not an officer of any kind, we'll just confiscate the candy.
Yeah, no. That's crushing. Why would you? No, we're not doing that.
Isn't it crushing? We're doing a service. Whitmer would love it. We would tell her that we're suspecting, that's a hard word to say, that there's some vape juice going around and they're putting it into candy because vape juice tastes like candy.
I think that the vaping thing is so far back in her mind. That was just her little deal of the hour. And she made a big deal about it at some point because she had had nothing else to talk about. Oh, well, anyway, you need to let it go.
I can't. I can't let it go.
Anyway,
Out
I was
there,
thinking about how what's the appropriate age? Let's just say trick or treating was still
for vaping when you're trick or treating.
No, we're not talking about vaping.
It's not kind of talk we talk around here.
We're not talking about vaping at all.